Let's come into our comfortable Sukhasana. So seated on your block or your cushion or folded blanket. Grounding down through your sit bones. Lengthening through the spine. Lifting your crown up towards the sky. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then slide them down and away, creating length between your shoulders and your ears, elongating your neck here. Bring your palms to your knees or thighs. And today we're going to start off with Udaan Mudra. Udaan is a type of energy, life force, vitality. So you have Pran, which is overflow, the overarching energy. And within that, there's different categories of different types of energy. And Udaan is the uplifting, upward flying, rising energy. So it's kind of, because we're working with the throat chakra, this is the energy that kind of is from here up towards the crown. So it's what lifts us up. So when you're feeling a little bit flat, Udaan is the energy that helps to lift us from being stagnant or from being a little bit flat, and gives us a boost that we need. So the Udaan Mudra is if you bring your thumb and index to touch, and then bring your middle finger to rest on top of your index nail. And then just have your ring and little finger loosely connected. So you sort of create this little eye shape here. And that's your Udaan Mudra. So bring that to your knees. This is to help uplift us, bring us joy, sense of lightness. And now observe your breath. Notice the quality of your breath, the depth of your breath, the pace of your breath, the smoothness and ease with which your breath enters your body, and the grace and sense of release with which it leaves your body. Check out if there's any sense of feeling shortness of breath, tightness of breath. And notice where in your body you feel that. Does your breath feel stuck? Does it feel like it gets stuck in your throat, here in your heart space, or perhaps down here, just at the solar plexus? Perhaps your breath struggles to reach down here into your belly, your sacral area. So notice where the breath is traveling and how smoothly and with grace and ease it flows. And where it doesn't. That's without judgment. It's with acceptance. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Your lips are softly closed here. If you find that focusing your awareness on your breath brings a sense of artifice, self-consciousness, begins to disrupt your natural rhythm, then bring to mind a phrase, a mantra, which will help distract the mind. And through that distraction, it enables all your natural functions to continue unimpeded. So when we try and concentrate sometimes, it's a more challenging way of bringing awareness. We actually find that we stop ourselves from doing something because we're focusing too much on it. It's like when we try to remember something. If we just let it go, the memory surfaces more easily. So the mantra you can bring to mind is Om Jana. Om Jana. Inhaling Om, exhaling Jana. This might ease the flow of breath for you. Inhale Om, exhale Jana. Inhale Om, exhale Jana. Inhale Om, exhale Jana. If using Sanskrit doesn't feel natural for you, then I invite you to use a phrase in your language of choice. So in English, perhaps you use, say, clarity, truth, listening, expressing. Any of the words or phrases that are associated with the throat chakra. Here at the Visuddha Chakra, we are connected to the sense of sound, both speaking and expressing sound, but also receiving and listening to sound. It is the seat of communication, the resonance of speech. Sits. 3 more breaths here with either your personal mantra or Om Jana. And then releasing this mantra or this breath. Inhaling. Bring your hands together at your heart center in Namaskar. Opening our practice by chanting Om 3 times. And we're going to elongate our Om into Aum. The 4 parts of Om are A, U, M, silence. So belly, U sound is here in the lower lungs and sound is here in the throat. The vibration of sound we're going to experience in our throat center. You might help to place your hands on each part of your body as you make the sound. Inhale to prepare. Exhale completely through open mouth. Inhaling. Inhale. Inhale. Hands to your eyebrow center. Namaste. And welcome. So that's a different way of chanting Om, which we don't normally practice. Aum. We elongate all the sounds. So Sanskrit is a vibrational language. Each letter of the language vibrates a sound. And in many ways, the vibrational sensation that we receive from Sanskrit is more powerful than the literal meaning of the words. Inhaling. Drop your left ear down towards your left shoulder. Take a moment here. You might bring your left hand to the outside of your head to help draw that ear down towards your shoulder. Feeling the extension here along the right side of your neck. You can experience a deeper sensation by holding out your arms slightly lifted from the earth there'll be a different point where your arm will begin to feel quite heavy. The heaviness of that arm adds to that sense of extension. One breath here. Then release your head back to center for a moment and then drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. So you can stay here. You can take your right hand to the outside of your left ear and gently draw your ear down towards your shoulder. And again, you can extend your left arm, slightly lifted from the earth, finding the angle where your arm feels heavy. And your sensations that you experience might differ from side to side. One more breath here. Inhale, release your head back to center. Take a moment here. Let's all turn our head to look over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to look to the right. So Visuddha Chakra at the throat is the place from which we speak our truth and the place from where we hear the truth of others. Drop your chin down towards your throat so that you're now engaging in this lock, Jalandhar and lock at the throat. Perhaps you interlace your fingers at the back of your head and gently draw your head down, extending the back of the neck. One more here. Then inhale, look to neutral. If your hands are cupped at the back of your head, keep them cupped there. And then lift your gaze up towards the sky so that you're using your hands as a hammock for your head here. Elbows out to the side, lifting your gaze. So we're working with this Udaan Pran today, this uplifting energy, upward flying energy. One breath there. And then bring your head back to neutral. Bring your hands down to the earth. Bring your fingertips to the earth for a moment. Inhaling, we're going to do some breaths with the count added in. Turn your palms up. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands together. And then exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to your heart space. Inhale, fingertips to the earth. Take a moment there and then rise with a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands together, hold the breath. In, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is called coherent breathing. Hold the breath in for 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 2, 1. One more time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 2, 1. Release your hands, open your arms, take a moment there. Exhale, take your right hand behind you, left hand to your knee, gaze over your right shoulder. Inhaling to lengthen your spine, exhaling to turn deeper. Now leaving your left hand where it is on your knee, exhale, turn to center, cross your right arm in front so that your hands are on opposite knees here, crossed at the elbows. Tuck your chin in for a moment. As you inhale, lifting your gaze, bring the backs of your hands together onto your shoulders or wrap your left fingertips onto your right palm, coming into your variation of Garudasana arms, eagle arms. So you could be here with your hands on your shoulders, backs of hands together, or fingers wrapped around. Have a sense that you're opening up at the back of your heart space here. So your shoulder blades are drawing apart. Lift your elbows if you have your backs of hands or fingertips on palms. Garudasana, eagle. One breath here. As you exhale, tuck your chin to your throat and begin to fold forward, down towards the earth. Notice how the breath feels here in your throat space. Here in this forward fold, I'm going to invite you to take a Brahmari breath. Brahmari breath is a honeybee vibrational buzzing sound we make. Inhale through your nose. Exhale with lips softly parted, making a buzzing sound. The breath comes out through your nose. Inhale, lift your gaze, followed by your heart, followed by your arms. Exhale, open out. And then let's twist the other way, left hand behind, right hand on your left knee. Gaze over your left shoulder, lengthening here, turning deeply. Bring your awareness to your throat space. Visualize the color blue. There are 16 lotus petals here. So invite a vision of a blue lotus with its petals folding and unfolding. One more breath here, leaving your right hand where it is. As you exhale, turn to center, cross your left arm over onto the opposite knee. And again, take a moment here, tucking your chin. And then let's lift our gaze, bring our hands to our shoulders, backs of hands together, or wrap your right fingertips onto your left palm. Lift your shoulders if you're in this variation. So there's always options. We're all working wherever we are. We are mindful and respectful and compassionate to our physical self. Now, as we exhale, I'm going to tuck our chin and fold forward. And here we'll take Brahmari breath again, the honeybee buzzing breath. So you breathe in and out of your nose while you're here. Your lips are softly closed, maybe your teeth are slightly parted. And the humming sound, this sound, is really felt vibrationally at the back of your throat. Inhale fully through your nose. Exhale, Brahmari. Inhale, lift your gaze, lift your arms, uncross, open out wide. Take a moment here. Perhaps you rotate your wrists. Bring your hands onto the earth. Let's come forward onto our shins. Our big toes touch, knees wide open. We're moving into lion pose, lion's breath. Now, if you wish to place your blanket underneath your knees for padding, I invite you to do that. If you would like to reach for a cushion and place that between your sit bones and your heels, take that option here. So let's place our fingertips on the earth first. Open across your heart space. Again, create space and length between your shoulders and your ears. This will elongate your neck. And we'll take a lion's breath, Simhasana here for a moment, and then we'll work with our hands. Inhale through your nose. As you exhale, poke out your tongue and make a ha sound out of your open mouth. Be fearsome here. Your eyes can open wide. Imagine that these fingers are the claws of a lion. Inhale fully. Exhale, Simhasana. Take a breath in. And now let's bring the palms of our hands onto the earth here, your fingertips towards you. So you might lift slightly off your heels here to give you a little bit more space. If this feels really intense, you can be on your fingertips here. If that altogether feels too much, then keep your palms on the earth or your fingertips on the earth facing forward. So yogi's choice, experiment, explore, try different options. Take a full breath in. Take a breath in. And now this time, let's take our fingertips behind our back. Really open across the front of our body here. Open across your throat. Lift your gaze. So again, we're going to take a lion's breath here. This time we'll be looking up towards the sky. That place in your room where the ceiling meets the wall. Inhale fully through your nose. And then release your hands, come back to neutral. Let's come onto all fours here, moving directly into cat-cow. Lift your tail, dip your lower back, shine your heart, and lift your gaze. Exhaling, rounding through the length of your spine, Vitlayasana. Tucking your chin here. Inhaling to lift your tailbone and your gaze. The movement is a wave through the length of your spine. Exhaling to round. One more time. Lifting into Madhyasana. And rounding into Vitlayasana, cow pose. From here, bring your forearms to the earth so that your elbows are underneath your heart space. We're moving into Anahatasana, melting heart pose. And although this stimulates the Anahata Chakra, it also works on our Visuddha Chakra at the throat, this energy center. Bring, walk your hands slightly forward. So I'm going to create a little bit of space for myself. And then bring your eyebrow center or chin down towards the earth so that your heart space is melting down towards the earth. Now check how you feel here. This might feel really challenging, especially for the under backs of your shoulders, the upper back, underneath your arms. In that case, you have options to take your arms further apart and perhaps not have them as far forward. You also have options of maybe using your cushion or blanket. So for example, if I have my blocks here, you can place your cushion here. You could always place your forearms on your blocks, on your cushions, on your low footstool, so that the earth rises up. So this does not need to be a deep heart opener. We're just creating a little bit of space here. So you can see that if I use my footstool, I get lots of support because the earth rises up to meet me. And this is a perfect opportunity to drop down into your heart space, your sun, and create your sankalpa or set your sankalpa, your intention for either your practice or perhaps for a longer period. We've just passed the summer solstice, so we may be thinking about the rest of the year, about what changes we would like to see, perhaps how we might express ourselves, what authenticity we might bring to our voice, how when we speak from a place in which we are truthful, we are real and authentic, genuine and sincere, and we speak with clarity and intent. One more breath here. Well, I'm going to invite you to move carefully and mindfully out of this pose. So perhaps you begin to walk your hands back towards you and then rise with your eyebrows center so that you return back into this neutral tabletop variation. Take a moment here. Then let's lift our knees. Hover for a moment here. Have your fingers spread wide. Create lots of space. Press into your finger pads and knuckles. So those knuckles on the inside of your palms here. So that really bony places where you can create more support. Reach back with your tailbone. Engage your core, your Uddiyana band by drawing in your navel. Squeeze your pelvis so that you engage your Mula Bandha. And then as you exhale, let's lower our heels towards the earth, lift our tailbone towards the sky, coming into your variation of Parvatasana, mountain. And then let's pedal through to create a little bit of movement. The Visuddha Chakra is ether also practice, and especially in Parvatasana, mountain pose, which can feel quite challenging. So take up as much space. Your hands can be as wide as your mat. Your feet can be pretty wide. You can have a deep bend in your knees. You might even place a rolled up blanket. And I'm going to use my blocks here because they're handy. And you can place your heels on a rolled up blanket or a cushion or your blocks in this way. Coming to stillness here, let's take a Simhasan breath, a lion's breath here before we move forward. Inhale fully through your nose, out through open mouth. And then let's cross our legs, walk to the top of our mat to come into a forward fold here. Inhaling, begin to uncurl your spine. Bend deeply into your knees as you rise up into Tadasana, standing mountain. Head and shoulders come up last. Take a moment here. Inhale, reach up behind your back, gentle back bend. Exhale to fold forward, down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. So hands can rest on the thighs or shins here. Tailbone reaching back, crown reaching forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale to reach up, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart. Ardha Surya Namaskar, half sun salutation, twice more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to swan dive down towards the earth. Inhale, hands on shins or thighs, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Moving with your breath. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold down towards the earth. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Perhaps your fingertips stay on the earth or on your shins. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment here. Now here I'm going to invite you to come into your Visuddha Mudra. So bring your palms to face each other. Bend all your fingers and interlace your fingers. And then bring your index and thumbs of opposite hands to touch, of the same hand to touch each other, so that you create an infinity circle through your hands here. So you have this sort of interlaced fingers, your index and thumbs are touching, you've created an infinity circle. This is the Visuddha Chakra, mudra for the Visuddha Chakra. So take a moment here and perhaps you hold it at your throat. Ground down through your feet, rooting into the earth. Rise up with your crown towards the sky. Have this sense of connection between the earth and the sky above. And all that is in between is ether and space. The fifth chakra is the last of the chakras connected to a metaphysical element. One breath here. And we'll take a Brahmari breath. Inhale fully through your nose. Allow the vibration to wash over you. Standing here in your integrity, purposeful with your communications, with intent to create positive change, mindful of the impact of your words on others. Inhale to reach up, gentle back bend. Exhale to swan dive towards the earth. Step back long with your right leg. Bring your knee to the earth. Take a moment here. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Let's interlace your hands behind your neck and create a hammock for the back of your head. Open your elbows, open your heart, open your throat space and gaze up towards the sky. One breath here. Exhaling, hands to the earth. Tuck your toes, step back long. Plank or half plank, yogi's choice here. Engage your core, lift your crown so that your crown is reaching forward, your heels are reaching back. Your navel is drawn towards your spine. One full breath here. And then all together, exhale, knees, chest and chin to the earth in Ashtanga. 8-limbed pose. We call it the 8-limbed pose because there are 8 points of connection between us and the earth here. Exhale, slide your knees away. Bring your eyebrow center to the earth for a moment. Press into your hands and then inhale to rise up. Open heel across your heart space. Let's sway from side to side. And turn your head to look left, turn your head to look right. So create a little bit of movement here. Pressing into your hands, back onto your knees. Tuck your toes, rising mountain. Take a moment here. Let's bring our left knee to the earth. Step forward with our right foot. Take a moment here. One breath here. Inhale, hands to sky. Interlace your fingers behind your neck. Open across your heart, your throat, elbows reaching out to the sides, gaze lifting up. Your drishti is up there, above you. Uplifting, upward rising, upward flying energy. Exhaling, hands to the earth. Step forward with your left foot to meet your right. Take a moment and then let's rise up to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment. We're going to go in the other direction. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, fold forward down towards the earth. Step forward back with your left leg this time and bring your knee to the earth. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your head. Open your heart, open your throat, open your elbows, lift your gaze. Take a moment here. Exhale, hands to the earth. Tuck your toes, step back long with your right leg. Plank or half plank. Ardha Phalakasana or Phalakasana. Take a moment here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the earth in Ashtanga. Tailbone is lifted here. Chin is on the earth. Sense of constriction at your throat here. Slide your knees away. Now let's go for openness. Inhale to rise in Bhujangasana. And again, I invite some gentle movement. Turn your head from left to right. Perhaps you lift your gaze, tuck your chin, and then press back into table, rise into mountain. You may connect with your Ujjayi breath at any point during your practice. Ujjayi breath is that constricted breath at the back of the throat. Take a moment and then bring your right knee to the earth and step forward with your left foot. Taking a moment and then reaching up. Exhaling, hands behind your head, creating a hammock. Open your heart, your elbows, your throat. Gaze up. Create space. One more breath here. Release your hands to the earth. Step forward with your right foot to meet your left. Forward fold. Rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Take a moment here. Perhaps you create your Visuddha Mudra here. I invite a Brahmari breath here at this point here. Inhale fully through your nose. Exhale Brahmari through closed lips. Again, this is a purifying practice when we work with the Visuddha Chakra. Purity of thought, purity of action. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Step back long with your right foot here. And let's drop the heel of your right foot. Bend deeply into your left knee here. And when you're ready, rise up into Warrior One. So come into your Warrior One. You can come into your Udaan Mudra here. So remember, the Udaan Mudra is index and thumb touching. Middle finger rests on top of your index nail, and your ring and little fingers are gently curled. So gaze up. Have your Udaan Mudra to channel this upward flying energy. Bend deeply into your left knee. Push out the energy to the outer edge of that right foot. One breath more. And then let's exhale, reach behind our backs. Interlace your fingers here. You can either just simply clasp your hands, or you can create your Visuddha Mudra here by interlacing your fingers and bringing your index and thumbs to touch. So you create that infinity circle. Wherever you are with your hands, draw your hands down towards the earth, open across your heart, lift your gaze. One breath here. Exhaling, let's begin to fold forward. Now remember again, here you can come halfway, so you create a diagonal. You can come parallel to the earth, or you can bow your head down towards the earth. Your hands are rising behind you. One breath here. Inhale, begin to rise up, back to this neutral spine. Release your hands, open your arms into warrior two. Again, you can connect with your Udaan Mudra if you choose, or simply have your fingers spread wide, yogi's choice. One breath more. Now let's bring our arms parallel. We're going to move into Garudasana. Take your elbows and cross your right elbow underneath your left elbow. You can bring your hands to your shoulders here. Backs of hands together, or wrap your right fingers onto your left palm. And lift your arms into eagle pose. Wherever you are, let's lift your gaze. Look up towards the sky. Check how the back of your neck feels here. So maintain some space between the back of your neck if the weight of your head feels heavy. Bend into your left knee. Ground down through your right foot. One breath more. As you exhale, let's fold forward just for a moment. Go only as far as you choose. Inhale to rise and soar like an eagle. Open your wings. Back into warrior two. Straighten through your left leg. Turn that left foot forward so that you now have both toes pointing forward. Take a moment here. And whenever we are transitioning between poses, maintain your connection with your breath and your mudra and your mantra. Your mantra for today's Jana, or I speak with truth, I listen deeply. It often gives us a moment to come back into stillness. Let's turn your right toes out so that your toes are pointed forward. Bend deeply into that right knee. Let's turn our hips. So now we come into warrior one, Virabhadrasana on this side. Inhale to reach your arms up. Warrior one, bring your fingers into Udaan Mudra if you want. Thumb and index touch, middle finger rests on top of your index nail. Little finger and ring finger are gently curled or extended. Upward flying here. So you don't have to look beautiful in any pose. I have lots of stories in different parts of my body. You also will have lots of different stories in your body. These are traumas, injuries, wounds, memories. The stories together create who we are. And as this practice is about Udaan, as it's practice about the Visuddha Chakra, about listening. So we listen deeply to where we are in our physical self. We listen deeply to the stories that are held within our bodies. We don't bury, suppress, ignore, hide away. We, with honesty, courage, acknowledge and accept the truth that our body is telling us. One more breath here. Now let's reach behind your back. Again, you can interlace into this very simple yoga mudra, or you can interlock by bending all your fingers, connecting them, and then thumb and index comes to touch behind your back in your Visuddha Mudra. Wherever you are, draw your hands down towards the earth, open across your heart, your throat, lift your gaze. Just notice that I have to clear my throat. Sign that the practice is working. I'm clearing my throat, speaking my truth from a place of authenticity, honesty, integrity. I speak with clarity and purposeful intent. As you exhale, let's begin to fold forward. Come to the point that you wish to reach today. That might be horizontal, parallel, or down towards the earth. Hands are reaching up and back. Three more breaths here. Engage your core. Press into the earth. Inhale to rise up, back to neutral spine. And then let's release our hands. Open them out into warrior two for a moment. And then let's turn and bring our left arm parallel to our right arm. Let's cross elbows. So this time we bring our left elbow under our right arm and bring the backs of hands together onto shoulders or fingertips onto the right palm. Eagle here, Garudasana. Again, connect with your breath, your mantra, Om Jana, Om Jana, Om Jana. Exhaling, let's fold to the point at which we want to reach. Inhale, engage your Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha to rise up. Exhale, open your arms. Straighten through your right knee, turn your toes forward. Release your arms to the earth. We're going to come directly to the earth from here. So what we're going to do is we're going to heel toe towards each other. And then when we're ready, we can come through a squat, or we can bring our knees onto the earth. And we come down to the earth through the route, the path we want to take. And then let's come down to our sit bones, whichever variation you used to get to the earth, whether it was through Malasana or whether it was through Vajrasana. Now that we're here on the earth, let's extend our right leg long. Fold in that left foot to your right thigh. So you might feel like you want to lift your sit bones here, and this is where having a cushion or a little blanket can sometimes help. So you could always sit on a little cushion or a blanket, and you'll see how immediately it helps give me more space in my body. So we are creating space in our body today. This is where props are super helpful. And it also makes us feel good rather than inadequate, because nobody wants to leave a yoga practice feeling like they haven't achieved or haven't moved into something. It's not a practice of no, 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 no. It's a practice of yes, yes, yes. We want to feel good in our yoga practice. If you ever feel yoga, if you ever leave yoga feeling not so great, talk to me about it. Right, let's lengthen here. Take a moment to create height and length. As you exhale, begin to turn your heart towards your right leg and walk your hands forward so that you come into a forward fold over on the right side. Now your forward fold might look completely different to mine. You may be higher up, you may be closer to your leg. You can also reach for your ankles, your shins, your foot. If it helps to give you a little bit of traction, not pushing ourselves here, we're perhaps just creating a connection or something through which we can root. So sometimes holding onto our leg just gives us a little bit more of a grounding. Your chin is tucked into your throat here. So here we have less space. We have contraction. We're going to move now into creating more space. So as you inhale, lift your gaze, begin to uncurl your spine and walk your hands back towards your body. Place your left hand on the earth and bring your right hand to your heart space or to your throat space, wherever it feels comfortable to rest your hand. So your hand's going to feel lovely and warm. So this is to soothe, comfort, and reassure. Inhale, begin to lift your sit bones and come onto your left shin. Reach through your right leg. Have your hand wherever it feels comfortable. If you wish, you can reach up and overhead with your right arm. And I'll bring my right fingers into my Udaan Mudra here. So now we're creating space in this variation of Kamatkarasana, surprise or miracle pose. It's also called wild thing. One breath here. Exhale back down towards the earth. And let's fold in our right foot. Bring the two soles of the feet together. So you create Baddha Konasana. What we're going to do today is we're going to take our hands and forearms underneath the legs so that we tuck our elbows in, perhaps where the shins are, the backs of the knees are. And then we're going to bow forward again, chin tucked here. This is Kurmanasana, tortoise pose. And there are lots of very fancy ways of doing this where people lift themselves off the ground. Not where I'm going. I'm staying here with the earth supporting me. One breath more. Let's take a Brahmari now. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose with your lips softly closed, making a humming sound. Inhale to lift your gaze. Let's walk your hands back towards your body. And now extend your left leg long and fold in that right foot to your left thigh. Again, if you want to sit on a cushion or a block to lengthen through your spine, I invite you to do that. Just turn your heart over your left leg. Have your chin parallel to the earth first, so that we're in a neutral place. There's kind of nice length here in our throat. As you exhale, let's begin to walk your hands towards your feet. And then when you've reached the point of your legs where you want to stop, you know this is the end point. Exhale and begin to tuck your chin so that your head is coming down towards your knees. You might have more space on one side compared to the other. Three more breaths here. And then on your inhale, lift your gaze, begin to unfurl your spine with care. And this time take your right hand behind you, left hand on your heart space or at your throat, but see how that feels for you. It can be triggering if you have some trauma, when you're a survivor of trauma. Inhale, lift your sit bones into Kamatkasan, and your hand can stay at your heart or at your throat, or you can reach behind you. Come into your Udaan Mudra there. One more breath. Then exhale down towards the earth. Uncross your legs. Extend them long. Take a moment here. As you exhale, let's come down towards the earth. So I invite you to bend into your knees as you do this. Bring your feet flat onto the earth. Take your feet perhaps as wide as the mat and knock your knees together. Bring your hands towards your body. So left hand either near your throat so that you can feel the warmth of your palm or at your heart space. Right hand on your abdomen. Closing your eyes here. Perhaps you imagine and visualize drops of honey or dew inside of your throat. Think, feel, and imagine the color blue, a circle, perhaps a blue lotus with 16 petals. The element is ether. The sense is sound, shabda. Oh, ether and space, known as akash. The resonance here is communication, truthfulness. Creativity can flow from this place of connection, own inner voice. One more full breath here. Inhaling, begin to draw in your knees towards your abdomen. Hug them in and lift your eyebrows and your knees tucked here. Pavan Muktasan for a moment. And then release to the earth. arm reaches overhead and roll over onto your side, be your left or right, and rest your head on your arm as a pillow for a moment before you inhale to rise into a comfortable seat. Coming to the end of our practice. So I invite you to come into your either your Visuddha Mudra or your Udaan Mudra, yogi's choice. Interlocking all your fingers, thumb and index touch to create these infinity circles for Visuddha. Or Udaan is thumb and index touch, middle resting on your index thumb. Closing our practice by chanting Hum, which is the Bija sound, 3 times, Om Jana 3 times, which is the Vedic mantra for Visuddha Chakra, and then closing with Om Shanti. Closing your eyes, inhale fully, exhale through open mouth, inhale to prepare, Hum, Hum, Hum. Inhale, Om Jana, Om Jana, Om Jana, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Dhanyavad. And thank you everyone.